Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Independent Dollar, and another episode in our subscriber series, where we answer your personal money questions. In today's video, our subscriber asks, what impacts my credit score? Today we're going to go through the basics of how your credit score works, which items can cause your credit score to go up and down, and what happens to your credit when you get married or become common law. And we're also going to show you how you can get a free credit report quickly and easily on your own. If you have a question you'd like featured in an upcoming subscriber video, let us know. Comment below or send us an email to info@theindependentdollar.com. So first off, what is a credit bureau and a credit score? A credit bureau is an agency that maintains a history of all of your credit. Where you've applied for money, how much credit you currently have, like the limits on your credit card or the amount you still owe on your mortgage, and they also maintain a history of all of your payments, your missed payments, and even bankruptcies. In Canada, we have two main agencies that do this, Equifax and TransUnion. Banks and other lending institutions where you currently borrow money from will report all of this information to them on a regular basis. They then take that information and package it together into a personalized credit report and create your credit score. That report and score is then shared with other banks and institutions when you apply for credit again in the future. The higher your score, the more likely they are to approve you. A little later on in this video, we're going to show you which specific items on your credit report can cause your score to go up and down. While we won't be touching on ways to improve bad credit in this video, we actually do have another video that goes over that in detail to help you move past bad credit, increase your credit rating, and get approved on applications even if you have bad credit right now. We'll include a link to that video in the description below. So what types of inquiries on your credit history can impact your credit score? When you're applying to borrow money and someone checks your credit, it can have an impact on your credit score, meaning your overall score could go down. However, not all inquiries are alike. Credit checks are usually referred to as either being soft or hard checks. Soft checks won't impact your credit rating, whereas hard checks will. An example of a soft check would be when you pull your own credit report to review your credit history and your score yourself, or during times when a company may be checking your credit report to review your credit history but you aren't actually applying for any type of credit or loan, like a utility company when you set up a new account with them. Another example would be when your bank requests a copy of your credit history from one of the bureaus to offer you promotional products like a pre-approved credit card or a line of credit. So essentially, soft checks are when you or someone else is reviewing your credit report but you aren't actually applying to borrow money at that time. A hard check, on the other hand, happens when your credit is being pulled during a credit application, like applying for a credit card, a loan, or a mortgage, for example. Each time a hard check is done on your credit, it can cause your credit score to drop. However, according to Equifax, if you're applying for the same product multiple times within a short time period, then all of these checks combined will only count as one hard hit, not multiple hard hits. An example of this would be when you're shopping around for a mortgage. This doesn't apply to all products, credit cards being one of the exceptions. Multiple applications for a credit card will mean multiple hard hits on your credit bureau, no matter how close or far apart they are. What are some factors that can impact your credit score? Keep in mind that your credit score is used as one tool to determine your creditworthiness to a financial institution. The higher your score, the more likely they are to approve you because they believe you'll repay your loan. So what are some things that can show up on your credit report then that can impact your credit score? First, do you make your payments on time? Missed payments can cause your score to go down. How much of the credit available to you are you using? If you're using close to, all, or you're over your credit limit, this can cause your score to go down even if you're making your payments on time. Applying for a lot of different credit accounts over a short period of time, like applying for multiple credit cards, which we touched on earlier. And finally, delinquencies and bankruptcies will also impact your credit score and cause your score to drop. What happens if information on your credit report is either wrong or you've been victim to identity theft? Each year, you can request a free copy of your credit report from the credit bureau agencies here in Canada. And at a minimum, you should really be doing this on an annual basis, not only to keep up with your credit score, but to ensure you haven't been victim of identity theft. We'll include links in the description below to get a free report from both Equifax and TransUnion. Now, if you do receive a report and you do find that information's wrong or fraudulent, like a credit card or any type of loan reported on your credit report that either you don't own or you didn't apply for, you can file a dispute with either the credit bureau directly or with the company where the account is held. I'll include links in the description below on how you can do this for both Equifax and TransUnion. How long does information stay on my credit report for? How long information stays on your credit report will depend on the type of information being reported and when it was reported to the Bureau. According to Equifax, negative information is stored for up to 6 years. This would include things like late payments, bankruptcies, return checks, and so on. Closed accounts will remain on a report for up to 10 years, and hard inquiries will stay on a report for up to 3 years. However, banks and lending institutions may not report that information to the Bureau right away. You may have closed your credit card with them 6 months ago, but if they just notified the agency today, then it will be up to 10 years from that day until the account drops off your credit report. What happens when you become married or common law? How does that affect your credit score and your credit report? Once you become married or common law, contrary to popular belief, your credit reports are not combined. Everything continues to report separately. However, if you apply for credit together, like a mortgage or a car loan for example, then that joint loan will appear on both of your credit reports. If you make your payments on time, it will have a positive impact on both of your credit scores, just as missed payments will have a negative impact and show up on both of your credit reports as well. In situations where one spouse does have bad credit, it can make it difficult to get approved for joint applications like a mortgage. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or comments on this topic, comment below to let us know, and we'll see you back here next week.